Good morning to all. Welcome to the online class. We are learning the lesson from economics part, third lesson, that is money and credit. The previous class we have completed the lesson up to the electronic transactions. The remaining topic we have to start today. The previous classes we have seen about the barter system. Barter system can be termed as the first form of trade. Then coins, there were some issues in the barter system. They have started using the coins, that is metals like gold, silver and copper. This gold, silver and copper termed as the ancient currency. Ancient currency. Later, among these three, gold and silver gained importance all over the world. So these metals were used as a standard value to exchange the goods. This was called the natural money. This gold and silver was called natural money. Even the gold and silver reserves of gold and silver exhausted, that is, their reserves were limited. So they started to use these gold and silver to make the lesser value coins. Lesser value coins. The lesser value coins were used by the poor people. Also, it is used to buy and sell goods of lesser value goods. It was used by the poor people. So these lesser value coins were the money of the poor people. For that the answer is marked lesser value money of the poor people. The poor people were using the lesser value money, especially gold and silver. Later the paper money was used. Paper money, high value money was circulated through the paper, that is paper money. Paper money is used by the rich people. People used to deposit the money in the banks. So there was economic depression. Economic depression took place in the year 1929. It was started in USA. Later years, money has become an inseparable part of everyone's life. Day-to-day life, we are using every purpose money. Money is the indispensable one. Everyone must have money, then only they can lead the life. This money is transacted various methods. We have seen the electronic transactions. Beginning to the bank, they used to go to bank to take the money. For that, they have to fill the challan and produce a check or withdraw money from the bank. Now this practice is gradually vanishing. We are using ATM, that is automatic teller machine. We are taking the money from the automatic teller machine. For that, we have to use the ATM credit card. Through that, we have to insert the credit card, ATM credit card, to get the money from the ATMs. This ATM is located everywhere. So the person can deposit money, even the person can deposit money in the ATMs also. Like this, some other method also used to transact the money, that is credit cards. Credit card also available to transact the money, through which things are bought on credit and amount can be paid later. They can, without money, they can go and do the shopping. Later you can pay. That is by using the credit card. Nowadays, instead of using the checks, they have online transaction. That is through net banking. Net banking, the transaction is done. Any person who is anywhere can transact the money through the net banking. Then one more method, that is mobile banking. Nowadays that mobile banking also famous. This answer, the transaction, electronic transaction, we have marked one paragraph question. I think you might have learned that. Up to this we have completed. The next topic is role of the Reserve Bank of India. The transactions, money transactions, all done through the help of banks. The banks are controlled by the Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India, the head office of this Reserve Bank is located in Mumbai. Started in its operation in the year 1935. It was permanently moved to Mumbai from the year 1937. This RBI was nationalized in the year 1947. This 85% of the currency is circulated through this Reserve Bank of India circulated about 85%. Remain 50% kept under the control of the RBI. Remaining 85% only given for the circulation, distributed the banks, all the nationalized banks. Banks were nationalized in the year 1969. All the major banks, important banks were nationalized. That means came under the central government. All the banks came under the central government. That is in the year nationalized banks. They are the nationalized banks in the year 1969. The Reserve Bank of India regulates the circulation of the currency in India. The government, the central government, has the responsibility to regulate the money supply and oversee the monetary policy. Overseeing the monetary policy and regulate the money supply all done by the government, that is central government, not the state government. Hoarding money must be avoided in all cost. Hoarding means padukal, that should not be. That also the government will see who is hoarding the money, and money must be put in the bank. For more than their use, they have to put the money in the bank. If they are keeping the money in the bank, they will get some interest also. People who are keeping the money in the bank, that money is used. That is, major portion of the savings in the banks are used for development of industry, developmental work. Government does the developmental work by using the money which is saved in the bank. But mainly industrial development, economic growth, and various development schemes for the welfare of the poor. For the welfare of the poor, the government use this money which is saved in the banks. So many schemes they make for the welfare of the country, welfare of the poor, all that are used by this money which is saved in the banks. Reserve Bank of India started its operation 1935. It was permanently moved to Mumbai in the year 1937. Already that we have seen. According to the statistics of the year 2018, 19 lakh crore or circulation, 19 lakh crore money circulate under circulation, 19 lakh crore. That is the recent statistics, that is August 2000 statistics says that 19 lakh crore rupees is circulated. Then the next heading is relationship between money and prices. Money and prices. We are buying the goods, the name of the price, that is determined by the money. 90% of the produce are manufactured with the main aim of sales and meant for services. Agriculture product or manufacturing goods, mostly they produce for the sale. About 90% of the product main sales are meant for services. That is sold in the market. If they sell, we will get money. That is only 10% of the product only we are using for the domestic purpose. Remaining 90% of the product are used for sale. That is by the name of the money we are selling and buying the goods. If we sell, we will get money. If you want to buy, we have to pay money. This is the mode of transaction. The relationship between the money and price is connected with the monetary policy. We have the currency. In India, currency is the medium of exchange. In a country, the Indian currency is called money. That is, Indian currency is the Indian rupee. Foreign currency is called foreign exchange. We are having the foreign currency, that is foreign exchange. Say for example, Arabian money is known as riyal, that is money transfer. That riyal is given here and for the Indian money. The money riyal is transferred into money in India. Like this, even dollar also transferred into money. That is money transaction. The purchasing capacity of all currencies in the world are comparing using the US dollar. The money, Indian money, is compared with the US dollar, even Arabian dollar, riyal also compared with the US dollar. So US dollar is the standard currency of the countries in the world. US dollar is the standard currency of the currencies in the world. For all the purpose, the value is calculated based on the US dollar. The value of the money is calculated based on the US dollar. Most of the international trade transactions are carried out the US dollar. That is the standard currency of the world countries. Then the functions of money. What are the functions of money? It is a medium of exchange of goods and services. Money is the medium of exchange of goods and services. Buying and selling, we are using the money. So it is a medium of exchange. A unit of measurement of value and standard of deferred payments. It plays an important role in the transactions. Money, in our country, India, money played an important role in the transactions. Then here it is mentioned some of the functions of money, that is, it is used as the medium of exchange. Money should be accepted liberally in exchange of goods and services in a country. Throughout our country, India, money is the medium of exchange. Buying the goods and selling the goods for transactions, all the purpose we are using the money, so it is a medium of exchange. It is a unit of account. Money should be the common standard of calculating a country's total consumer goods. Products, services, or calculating the money. Say for example, if you want to buy a book, we have to pay money. Say one book for 50 rupees means here it is mentioned we have to pay 50 units of money. 50 units of money we have to pay. That is mentioned as rupees. 50 rupees. If we pay only 50, if we pay 50 rupees, we will get the book. Otherwise, we will not get the book. Even 1 rupee less also, we will not get the book. Exactly, we have to pay that pay. Then only we will get the articles. It has the store value. Money is used as a store of purchasing power. It can be used to finance future payments. It is used as store of purchasing power. Money is act as the purchasing power, store of purchasing power. It has the power to purchase the goods. If you go market, we cannot buy if you are not having any money. What price they ask, we have to ready to pay. Then only we will get the goods. Otherwise, we will not get that goods. So it has got the purchasing power. Money has the purchasing power. Then the next heading is credit. Credit. We will get, we have to get credit. Always we will not get having money. Sometimes we have to take loan. That is credit. Farmers avail credit during monsoons for buying seeds. Especially the rainy season. Rainy season means the farmers used to cultivate the land, grow the crops. For so many activities they have to do. For that they need so much of money to invest in the agriculture, to produce the agriculture product. That time they need more money, so that the farmers may be not having money that times, they used to take a loan from the banks. Even the traders also, to invest the amount in the trade activities, they used to take loan. Farmers, traders, business people all take loan. To give loan, there are some institutions, some formal financial institutions and informal financial institutions are giving the loan for the people, especially the farmers, traders, business people. Formal financial institutions are giving the credit, and informal financial institutions giving the credit, and also microcredit is received through self-help groups. Through this way, people are getting the loan to invest the money in the agriculture, trade, business, and all that. Informal financial institutions. Formal institutions. Formal institutions means the nationalized banks, cooperative banks. People who are getting the loan from this institution, the interest may be little lesser. The credit is comparatively lesser, and there is guarantee for the pledged goods. What are the pledged goods they are keeping in the bank? There will be a guarantee in the formal institutions like nationalized banks. Informal financial institutions, in private, some private banks and all there, they are also giving the loan. And informal institution, financial institutions, they will charge more interest. Even what are the guarantee pledge, what all the guaranteed pledged guarantees they are giving, that for that also no safety. There is no guarantee for the pledged goods in the informal institutions. So this is a credit, even self-help groups, group of people, they are getting the loan, that is small amount they are taking as loan and paying with interest in credit given through the self-help groups for street vendors, fishermen, especially women and the poor, really make the difference in their life. The poor people, they are easily getting taking the loan from the self-help group. They are also use this loan for their betterment of their life. These are all about the credit. Next, we are going to see some of the answers from this topic. That is, already the one words up to match the following. We have completed the short answers to 2 mark, except the fourth 2 mark. What is spice root? Why it was called so? That answer I have to give. You can note down that answer. Note down the answer in your book or in a paper. The book, the answer is not proper, so I want to give the answer in the notes. Fourth, 2 mark question, first one. Fourth one, fourth main, fourth answer. Fourth main, fourth answer. From the eastern sea of Tamil Nadu, eastern sea of Tamil Nadu, Tamil Nadu, pepper, spices, ears, gems, rubies, and muslin. Muslin clothes, they are exported. Pepper and spices. Pepper and spices took a major share. Major share of the exports. And so then fruits are square. Was called spice root. Spice root. This one you note down. Spice root. Then we have marked 5th and 6th 2 marks. Then the 7th 2 mark, what is meant by foreign exchange? What is meant by foreign exchange? That is page number 304. Page number 304, under the relationship between money and prices. Money and prices. Fourth para. Currency is the medium of exchange in a country. The Indian currency is called the Indian rupee. In a country, the foreign currency is called foreign exchange. Foreign exchange. Then the next bar also, purchasing capacity of all currencies in the world are compared using the US dollar as the standard currency. This value differs from country to country. Up to that you have to mark. Once again, 7th 2 mark, page number 304, under the heading relationship between the money and prices. 4th para, currency is the medium of exchange in a country. The Indian currency is called the Indian rupee. In a country, the foreign currency is called foreign exchange. Purchasing capacity of all currencies in the world are compared using the US dollar as the standard currency. This value differs from country to country. This is the 7th 2 mark. 7th 2 mark. 7th 2 mark. Then answer in detail. First one we have marked already. Second one, explain in detail about the role of RBI in the country. Explain in detail about the role of RBI in the country. That is page number 303. Role of the Reserve Bank of India heading. You have to start from a government has the responsibility to regulate money supply and oversee the money policy. Hoarding of money must be avoided at all cost in a country's economy. Only then money can be saved in banks. A major portion of the savings in bank are used for development of industries, economic growth, various development schemes for the welfare of the poor. All the major and important banks were nationalized in the year 1969 in India. The Reserve Banks. Reserve Bank of India regulates the circulation of currency in India. Reserve Bank of India started its operation on 1st April 1935. It was permanently moved to Mumbai from the year 1937. RBI is nationalized 1949. 85% of the printed currency is left for circulation. According to the statistics available as August 2018, currency worth 19 lakh crore in a circulation. Till that you have to mark. Then the third paragraph, write in detail about the various functions of money. That is page number 304, functions of money heading. Money acts as a medium of exchange, a unit of measurement, store of value and standard of deferred payments. It plays an important role in transactions. That much. Then you have to mark the medium of exchange. Money should be accepted liberally in the exchange of goods and services in a country. Unit of account. Money should be the common standard unit of calculating a country's total consumer goods, products, service, etc. For example, if a book cost is 50, it means that the price of book is equal to 50 units of money. Money is used to measure and record financial transaction in a country. Then a store of value. Money is used as a store of purchasing power. It can be used to finance future payments. Till that you have to mark. Then write correct statements. The barter system flourished wherever civilization thrived. Option 2. Both 1 and 2 are correct. That is right statement. That is right 2 statement also correct. The next one, most of the international trade transactions are carried out in US dollars. Option 3, 1 is correct, 2 is wrong. That is the answer. So all the answers I have completed. You have to learn. Okay, thank you.